สวัสดีนะครับ Dr. Athivairat. Thank you very much for giving your time to Eye on the Biz program. I would like to start with the question. As Thailand is moving close to join ASEAN Economic Community in the next few years, in 2015, Rangsit University as a leading private university of Thailand, do you have any plan to accommodate the coming of the AEC?
Fully aware and prepare for the opening up our country for ASEAN. Actually, Rangsit University has prepared from beginning to internationalize our university. Internationalize doesn't mean just talking or learning in English, but we opening up our vision, our idea, our concept, and our learning process internationally. It means we export going out and then we receive students to come in. But the opening for ASEAN in 2 years' time, I think it is a very good time that we have to be prepared, even though we are not fully 100% quite ready yet, but we are aware that it's significant. So the opening up for ASEAN, that means we are ready to accept the incoming and outgoing students and also the content and learning and the process of education should be world class.
I look at the curriculum and courses of your university is not only English language program but even have Russian program, Arabic program. Do you plan to have any program to accommodate the ASEAN languages?
Yes, we will open up that, and the Arabic languages is a majority in ASEAN, knowing or not, because populations in Indonesia, Malaysia are using this language. So we have started that already, and then we will expand it and encourage students to be exposed to all ASEAN languages: Laos, Vietnam, Cambodian, Myanmar, and also Arabic languages. So they are all important, but we are yet to come. I think next year we have to be prepared to open up for all languages of the ASEAN.
Okay, yeah. You plan for any particular faculty?
Liberal arts will host the languages.
Yeah, that's probably very good news for some of students of our neighbors. Now, I would like to ask whether, as a leading university in Thailand, do you use Rangsit University use any telecommunication or information technology in terms of your educational management?
Yes, we have announced several years ago that we will try to be e-university. E-university is that we will be modernized to employ the useful technologies for the benefit of learning, because traditional way of education, just only two way of communication, face to face, as traditionally done, is not enough, and we have adopted that education is innovation. So whatever is innovative is in the rule that we should follow. So we have both process of learning and all administrative and management communication. We encourage to have the full-fledged electronics communication to be used. So now we have already announced that paperwork will be diminished. We'll use the online in all aspects, and also in the process we encourage also to use, starting from having a smart classrooms with a smart board, smart tablet, and the way to communication between professor, lecturers, and students are encouraged to do anywhere, anytime process. They can do anything without
using paper.
Traditional way.
Yeah.
So we think that we have been encouraged and used all available media, all available technologies now in our education.
A lot of your the paper here, the document that you used in your classroom has now been all put into electronic file.
Yes. Starting from the lecture courses, we said the lecture course is not to be used in classroom anymore. That's the ideal. So we replace that with e-learning. All professors have to prepare their courses in e-learning. Anything that students need to have the background or foundation for the program, rather than listening to the lecture in the room, they have to study from e-learning. And then in the classroom, they have to face-to-face discussion on like a problem-based basis, close to the real world as much as possible. This improves the quality of knowledge, the wisdom of students, rather than taking notes and answer the question in examination by just what they have been taught. So we're trying to open wide the vision and wisdom of students. They can learn from anywhere using the internet, the worldwide research, the search, anywhere to learn. And then communication can be done through the media, through the technology, rather than have to go to see the professors. But still, we still think that the face-to-face type of tutoring education is needed, still needed. We still have that. We do not ignore it totally. So we combine everything possible in the real world at the present time to make it available to students now.
Is it possible in the near future that Rangsit University can take the class without having to come to the campus?
Yes, we are doing it. We have the combination. We have the online, we have a cyber university that they can learn from, and also that we mix the coming to class as a means to have a face-to-face communication, but that has good points, but we don't need to rely on this media alone. We have to find anywhere, anything, any means to get the knowledge that is possible.
Is it so? It could be possible in the near future that, for example, a student in let's say Buriram, and he wants to study in Rangsit University, but the cost of traveling between Buriram and Krungthep is very high. So he can study from the home and occasionally can come to meet the professor or lecturer at the campus, but doesn't have to come every day.
We have now the programs as such. We call it cyber university programs. We have now Bachelor of Law degree. Students who have bachelor degree and would like to learn law, they can take 2 years in the program cyber in law, and they can get the degree in leadership of the Social Innovation College. We have another program on that, and also communication arts. We have others. Couple of programs in cyber university. In this type, students from anywhere, anytime can enroll, register, and can study without having to come to class. But even then, we have a gathering once a semester or something to get together and to exchange concept and idea. That's the benefit of having a face-to-face type of education. But students can learn. But to ensure this is not easy, you have to follow the instruction online, and then you have to pass the test each lesson, each section of education. If you do not pass, you cannot go on, continue. So the quality-wise, it is quite controllable.
So these cyber university classes, when they finish, they get the degree.
They get the degree. They come and get degree here, as if it's you attend university normally.
How much? How many of the students now? Is this big class?
Not very many, because I don't know. Students prefer to be face-to-face type of education. I think I still think that's good, but we're trying to expand it, promoting it.
Now you have Rangsit University have some one or two campus in the city in Bangkok, right?
Yes, we have we call center. We have education centers, one in Vipavadi and another Sathorn Thani building.
Campus here have online communication with those two centers?
Well, that's of course. We have online in all areas, including library. We have the e-library. They have connected the library borrowing from anywhere.
And any plan for any more center in the near future?
Not at the moment. We still have to make our program content strong, so that I don't think we emphasize on the expansion of various centers.
And I look at your curriculum, it's already very diversified, and you have also many faculty of science. Any plan for more faculty in the near future?
I think we do have enough, because the philosophy that we follow, the ideal that we like to see, is that university has to serve the need of the country. So when we analyze that the needs of the country are so variety and so much, we have tried to meet them all. Now we think we have met more all the requirements that the country has. So we will, at the time being, stop at this.
Probably the last question. I guess you have many students from foreign country.
Yes.
Which one is the largest number?
China.
From China, the
Yes,
mainland
from
China. Oh, mainland China.
Yes, of course.
Chinese.
Yes, China has the most populous country, 14,100 million, the biggest in the world, and they need education. They need international education. So Rangsit University prepared programs in Thai, in Chinese, in English for them. In all programs, they can come and study here. For Chinese business school, for example, get a degree, the degree from Rangsit University in Chinese. That's one thing. The second one, we have the program 1+3. That means study here 3 years and then come here for 1 year, vice versa. And 2+2, 2 years here, 2 years there, and get double degree from both universities in various fields, like in languages, in tourism and hotel. This is very popular.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Atit, for spending your time with Eye on the Biz. I hope that we will have the honor to have you to join our program again in the near future.
Thank you.
ขอบคุณมากนะครับ